Hey folks, Ox Clausen here, coming to you from rural Wisconsin. We are located between Montello and Germania, Wisconsin. I am the goldsmither and the owner of Boarlord Boots and Leather. The reason I'm doing this here today is because this weekend we are having the launch of our boot. It's a huge milestone for me and myself personally. I've been a leather worker for 13 years. Making shoes was the next step in my process and in my craft. And completing something that is both functional and capable of being used, but also a traditional piece of art. We had a little bit of a competition on our social media pages for a name, and unfortunately we didn't choose any of them specifically. There was a ton of funny entries and a ton of good entries. Some very thoughtful stuff came into it, but we decided to keep it real simple. We came up with a name that in Old Norse it means shoe, boot, or footwear, and that is Skór. Skór! This is the Skór boot. It's a derby boot, and there's a lot of derby boots out there. It was designed off of the last I wanted. In my career, I've made boots and I've designed boots before that I've sold that they just weren't my construction style. They weren't my craft that I wanted to put out there, and I wanted to do what I wanted to do. So a friend of mine designed the pattern for these boots specifically off the last. And what separates this last apart, this is the shoe last, this is what you build the boot on, is the fact that it has a wide toe box in here, which allows your feet to spread out naturally, like you're wearing a pair of Birkenstocks or you're walking barefoot. And I really like that, is the fact that there is a 10 to 15% rise from the pad of your foot to the heel. And what that allows me to do is allows me to do different construction patterns, which brings us back to the simplicity of the Skór. I produce these boots in batches, small handcrafted batches, usually around 12 pairs before I cut it off for a certain amount of time. And we will be offering different boots. We'll have the Vitar Skór, which is the forest boot, which will be an all natural, all bottom barefoot shoe for those of you asking. We'll get into the details of that a little bit later. And then we'll have the Staðar Skór, which is like the town shoe. The difference between those two is that the Vitar Skór, like I said, it's going to be a barefoot tracking type shoe for harvesting herbs, vegetables, tracking through the forest, hunting, that type of thing. Is that will have a leather sole, and the town shoe, Staðar Skór, will have a flat, yet kind of a combat boot style Vibram sole. Our stock line that we are putting out, the very basic boot that we are putting out, will have this rubber sole on the bottom. This is the kind of boot I wanted. I wanted to go for a barefoot boot, but I wanted to have different options made similarly, but simple. So yeah. So anyways, really stoked to have you guys checking this out and being a part of this great momentous occasion for Boarlord Boots and Leather. Everybody's probably wondering what it's coming down to, and it is, we've tried to keep the price down on these guys. I've tried to source my materials as best as I can, and we've came out with, we're going to do $400 here starting, including shipping, for folk-made, handmade, quality boots that are made to be resold, and you're supporting small family business. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for checking us out. Look for the link for the buy now when this becomes live this weekend, and look for the Skór. Skål, have a great day.